This giant metal star loomed over my entire childhood. It was a short bike ride from the home I grew up in, and I spent much of my formative years playing in the surrounding woods. At 88 feet tall and affixed with neon lights, it stood here for over 70 years, watching guard over my hometown. Roanoke, the Star City of the South, where I spent the first 18 years of my life and where my passion for mountain bikes all began. I moved away once I graduated high school, but my hometown has continued to grow and flourish. Known as the heart of the Blue Ridge, this beautiful little city nestled in the Appalachian Mountains boasts roughly 300 miles of trails, the quality and variety of which has given this the IMBA Silver Status Ride Center designation. The Star City's single-track renaissance has only been a fairly recent victory, though. As a kid, I grew up riding the trails at Carvins Cove, and in those years, it wasn't quite legal. But honestly, there wasn't much of anything that was. It was a different era. We just found what trails we could in our region and kept a low profile. While not official nor publicized as a recreational area, a small group of hikers, mountain bikers, and equestrians shared and maintained this little gem in harmony. There was a casual understanding with the Cove security that we were good stewards of the land, and this afforded our survival to recreate here. Around the time I left for college, there were some tenuous years for access, and at one point, Carvins was under threat of closing entirely. Thankfully, there was a push within the community to advocate a different path forward. Through years of hard work, the city of Roanoke placed this precious land under a Blue Ridge Conservancy easement, forever protecting the park from development and closure. All right, we're out here at Carvins Cove, where young Rich used to come ride. We're headed up Trough, which is a good climbing trail, coming right out of the Timberview parking lot here. And it's gonna take us up, and we're gonna start with Gauntlet, which is what I rode as a kid all the time, and still one of my long-standing favorites. And then hopefully hit Royalty and see what else we have time for. It's about 1,000 feet up to Gauntlet, so let's get it started. Carvins Cove is definitely classic mountain biking in my book. Of course, this is what I knew as mountain biking growing up, but to me, it still rings true. They're solid climbs, definitely bring your climbing legs. You know, each climb is pushing somewhere in the neighborhood of 800 to 1,000 feet. And you get up and you just have these nice long descents, but these climbs are on you. Get the legs burning and the heart rate up. There's no question. It's absolutely beautiful out here though. And we'll keep making our way up to the top. And we're at the top of Trough, hitting Brushy Mountain Fire Road. We're gonna take a right, head on up to Gauntlet. Love this spot right here. Canopy opens up a bit, get some awesome views out to the right. Beautiful spot. Beautiful colors. It's gorgeous out here. All right, we're at the top of the first climb up here at Gauntlet. This trail has been here a long, long time, and it was my favorite descent when I was a kid. Just always a blast to come back here and ride it whenever I can. Super excited to show it to you guys, so let's take a nice leafy fall rip down this Blue Ridge Classic. The trails here are littered with roots and rocks and tend to be very fast and chattery. Add in the occasional loose turn, and these descents have a nice touch of spice. Bomb holes under these leaves. Be careful today. So drifty through here. It's crazy to think that I've been riding this particular trail for over 30 years now. I used to sit in class as a kid and daydream about ripping down it on my old Schwinn Frontier, a rigid steel-framed 26-inch all-terrain bike that got me hooked on this amazing sport. A few years later, I got my first mountain bike with a suspension fork, and I immediately brought it to this trail for its first run and my first time experiencing suspension on a bicycle. I was completely geeking out with a smile from ear to ear that nothing could take away. It's been several decades since, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. At 2.1 miles in length, this epic romp through the Blue Ridge felt like it went on forever. I've ridden countless trails around the country since then, and somehow this one still stands out as one of the best. What a ride. That trail never gets old. I tell you what, if you live anywhere near Roanoke, Virginia, and you like downhill, you like gravity riding, and you've never ridden Gauntlet, come out here and ride it. It's just an absolute classic. And really stoked I got to bring you guys down this lifelong, pretty much, favorite trail of mine. It's not the only one. You've got Royalty, hi-dee-hoe, Buck, Trough. They're all fantastic. Well, we're gonna get started going back up, climb out of the little creek bed system down here, back up towards the parking area, head back up Trough, and we're gonna ride something else. On the little cruise trail back up to the parking lot here. It's just gorgeous. Take a look at that. Unbelievable. Good to be at my childhood home and enjoying this. Back up Trough again. Definitely packing in the elevation on this ride. We're doing Gauntlet, Royalty, and hi-dee-hoe. You can do some pretty big elevation days out here, no doubt, but these descents are incredible and worth it. We're gonna take a ride down Royalty. I haven't ridden this one in over 10 years, so it'll be really interesting to see what it's like these days. I hear it's completely changed, so it's an awesome one. It's rated double black, no horses, downhill traffic only, and it's got some features on it, some doubles and whatnot, drops and doubles descends, so let's go check it out. All right, dropping into Royalty. This one has an interesting history. A once rogue trail, it was built to bring a bit more gnarly gravity riding to the cove. It was the first trail that I remember having any real jumps and drops out here. Over the years, the popularity of this illegal trail solidified its existence, and with a little reworking to make it more sustainable, Royalty was incorporated into the cove's official trail network. With some steeper chutes and trail speed centers, it brings a welcome flavor that makes it truly unique. Sure if I get the speed for that, but it worked out real well. I really love what this trail has become. It's right up there with my stoke for Gauntlet, and the two together are must-rides anytime I get a chance to visit. Hi-dee-hoe is another classic descent off Brushy, and catching it during a fall sunset with such vibrant golden light was just incredible. This trail drops off the opposite side of the ridgeline from Gauntlet and offers a nice off-camber bench cut with tight switchbacks in the upper section. There's still plenty of rooty, rocky goodness with some tenuous high-speed sections in the mix. The lower half of this trail follows a ridgeline into the valley floor. This segment offers up some insanely fast straightaways where you can just let the suspension eat. Better make sure that rebound is dialed and ready to hammer down all the way to the end of this gym. Well, friends, that wraps up today's episode. I hope you enjoyed coming home with me. Carvins Cove is a very special place, and I hope you get a chance to explore this gem for yourself. We'd love to have you subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed this journey home, hit that like button and help share this with more folks like yourself. As always, until next time, I hope to see you out on the trail.